Today is not just my 40th birthday. It is a day when personal celebration meets communal rebirth. It is a day when the past, the present, and the future of Awori land stand together in one place, this palace. This land, the Olofin, is not just another town. It is the cradle of Awori civilization. Like Senator Kayode Odunsi wrote in the coronation brochure of my dear friend, he said the Sherry is the place where the traditional rite that gave us the name Awori took place. Today we honor that truth. Today we honor our ancestors. Today we honor the journey that brought us here. If you look around, you will see the river Odogufumenere, the river where the clay pot with medicinal properties sank many centuries ago. This river carries the name and the spirit of our progenitor, Olofin Ogufumenere. This river is not just water, it is memory, it is identity, it is the silent witness of the birth of the Awori people. This palace has many rooms, but one is closest to my heart, and it is the Awori Museum. For too long, our history has been scattered. Students from the University of Lagos, Lagos State University, and researchers from across the world come here because the history books say the first inhabitants of Lagos are the Aworis, who came from a town 12 miles down the river Ogun. Yet, when they arrive here, we struggle to show them our artifacts, our relics, and our story. Today, that changes. This museum will house our heritage, including the crown Olofin brought from Ile-Ife and his sacred Osu. Many know of the Adiari in Ife, but they forget that the Olofin came with his own crown. Now it will be displayed with dignity and preserved for generations. This palace is not just a building, it is a library, it is a museum, it is a cultural archive, and it is a home for the soul of the Awori people. I built this palace for the community, funded it personally, but I did not work alone. I acknowledge the unwavering support of the Olofin royal family, led by Chief Jimoh Shobowale, who is the Baale of Magodo, and Chief Lasisi Kudoro, who is the Baale of Ododu Kudoro in Lagos State. I commend the Elders Committee, the Oshubos, and my honorary chiefs for their tireless efforts. I express profound gratitude to our generous supporters, including Senator Solomon Adeola Yayi, Alhaji Awa Ibrahim, Chief Francis Nwakama, who is the CEO of Franem Industries, Alhaji Muslim Balogun, the sand sellers in our community, the granite sellers in our community, and most especially Mr. Peter Adeola Williams, who is the CEO and MD of WIHU International Limited. Mr. Peter has committed to providing 24-hour electricity to this palace, and he has already begun installation. Your contributions are not just financial, they are acts of legacy. As we commission this palace today, we are not just opening doors, we are opening possibilities. This palace will serve as a center for cultural preservation, a hub for academic research, and a gathering place for Awori sons and daughters, and a symbol of unity, pride, and progress. We are redefining the role of traditional institutions, not as relics of the past, but as partners in development, custodians of culture, and pillars of community leadership, just like the CJ announced earlier. Personally, at 40, a man reflects. At 40, a king dreams. At 40, a community expects. I stand before you humbled by the weight of history and strengthened by the love of my people. My life's journey has been guided by grace, by mentorship, and by the unwavering support of this community. I rededicate myself to the service of Isheri, Awori land, Ogun State, and Nigeria. To everyone who has stood by me, prayed for me, supported this vision, and honored this day with your presence, I say thank you. May this palace stand for centuries as a testament to who we are and what we can achieve together. May the spirit of Olofin continue to guide us. May the Awori nation rise to greater heights. May Isheri Olofin Mole remain forever blessed. Thank you and God bless you all.
For you to do this, only this level of attendance látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ọba is a testimony to your character, is a testimony to your good faith. Àfi yìí wọn máa lò ó fún ọ náà wọn ní gbogbo ìjáde lẹ́yìn ìyá dàgbà àdúgbò wá ti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ara yín o ẹ̀dá yẹn lò ní láàárín yín rí.
Ẹni tó sọ́jọ́ mi lé nìyí Olofin ṣẹ́rí the progenitor of the Aworis.
Aláyélúwà. Aláyélúwà.
Èyí tí a wá sí aláṣẹ kéré yìí bóyá ló pọ̀ tó mẹ́ta sí gbàgbọ́ rẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n pàtó ìjọba ti jẹ́ sójà trained from NMS later as an officer. Ètò pọ̀ fún àwọn sójà púpọ̀. Ó lè dá mi lójú pé gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn ò ṣe ní ṣèkì rárá. Ní tí ó dáa gan-an ó lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ mi sí pẹ̀lú ọba Nàìjíríà yìí tó pé ogójì ọdún lẹ́yìn. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run ó máa ṣe ogójì ọdún wàá tún ṣe àádọ́ta ọdún wàá tún ṣe ọgọ́ta ọdún ibi tó jókòó sí lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ìlọsíwájú àti máa dé bá gbogbo àwọn oníbàárà pátá tí ilé tó kú ẹrù ní ṣíṣe ọdún bá dáwọlé àwọn ọmọ sí wọn. Nígbà tó bá ti mú ẹni tó jẹ́ onítẹríba ẹni tí wọ́n kọ́ tó tún rẹ̀ fọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọba túláàsì gbogbo kan máa dà ní àwọn tí ì rí kankan we say nothing yet as the Americans will say. Mo kí ẹ̀kú oríire.
Ẹ bá ṣe lẹ́yìn ìkọ́tẹ́ tí fi oríṣiríṣi àkókò yìí ni ló ti wọ ìlú ìṣẹ̀ríwá. Ẹ̀yin lè máa pápá jẹ́ kí n wọ Balógun. Ẹ̀yin lè máa pápá jẹ́ kí n wọ ìlú ìṣẹ̀rí. Àtọ́jọ́ tí mo ti ń kọjá lórí express ìlú àti àpọ̀tẹ́ yìí ni Olofin ló máa wọ́pọ̀ jẹ́ kí n mọ ibi tí ó ń jẹ́ ìṣẹ̀rí gangan. Ìṣẹ̀rí tá a mọ̀ orí bíríìjì ni bẹ́gà. So Olofin oríṣiríṣi nǹkan lẹ ti fàwọ́ ẹbí lẹ́yìn ìgbà tẹ́ gbé kó lè má ka tán gbogbo ìgbà tẹ́ ti wọ́ níwájú ìpẹ́ wá bá mi ṣe lẹ́yìn èyí tí mo sì lé tẹ́ ṣe lẹ́yìn mi gan mo wá wò lágbára náà ayé èṣù nípa jẹ́ ò ẹ̀mí ìwà tútù lọ́nà ti gbẹ́wẹ̀ ní ayé èṣù nípa jẹ́ ò.
Àfi tí wọ́n ṣí lè kò lè wá ń ṣe àfihàn lásán ẹ bá gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n sọ pa ikú àná àtìlẹ́ pé àwọn onímọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ. Lára ẹ̀ òun ni ibi kan máa ṣe ìwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àti àwọn kan máa kọ́ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan nípa ilẹ̀ Àwórì ìtàn àṣà ìṣe àjogúnbá àti àwọn ìlú máa kó sí. Tá a jẹ́ nǹkan ìgbàlódé tá a jẹ́ nǹkan ìfihàn àti ìwúrí fún gbọ́ ọmọ Àwórì. Ìfihàn pé ẹni tí ó ronú jinlẹ̀ nípa nǹkan oṣù kòkò wà ń bẹ̀ lásán gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọba láti máa ṣọlá lásán. Tábàwọ̀ láàrin àwọn lọ́balọ́ba tá a wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Adéṣà Aláìlúwà Olofin ti ìṣẹ́yìn ó jẹ́ lára àwọn tó ó jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ fún wa. Torí lára àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣojú wa nínú àwọn lọ́balọ́ba àjọ lọ́balọ́ba ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ó jẹ́ ọ̀kan lára àwọn tó ní àjọṣepọ̀. Fún àpẹẹrẹ ó wà lára àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tí wọ́n ń ṣe àtúnṣe sí constitution Nàìjíríà.
The celebrant is been doing very fantastically well and we are all proud of him. Kò sígbà táwọn ọmọ Olofin bá fẹ́ bá jáde àtẹ̀lẹ́gbà ẹ máa rí kábíyèsí Olofin ṣe rí wájú. Gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ táwọn ọmọ Olofin bá ṣe báyìí kò kí second o ó máa wà ní forefront. And I want to believe that's why the MC has asked me to speak on behalf of àwọn gbogbo àwọn aládéládé tá a jẹ́ ìdẹ́jọ́ àti ọmọ Olofin táwa ní àtìkú. A lot have been said about Kábíyèsí. We are all proud about what we have here today. On that note, I want to wish our celebrants ìgbà ọdún kan ní o. Àgégbé tó gé tọdún yìí á gé nígbànígbà. Alágbẹ̀dẹ tó lọ tọdún yìí á ràn mí. Ìgbà ọdún kan ní congratulations. Ẹ ṣé gan.
All sons and daughters of the Sherry, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, kí ti dé o. Awori Kingdoms. It gives me great pleasure to be here today in the ancient and historic town of Isheri for this very special occasion, the commissioning of the new Olofin Palace, Olofin Sherry-Mole, and the birthday celebration of His Royal Highness Oba Engineer Sulaiman Adekunle Bankpade, the Olofin of Isheri. Kabiyesi, I congratulate you warmly. Today is not just a celebration of a beautiful new palace. It is also a celebration of vision, purposeful leadership, sacrifice, and the dignity you have continued to bring to the stool of your forefathers since your ascension to the throne. Isheri is not an ordinary town. It is a prominent Awori town, rich in history, culture, and ancestral significance. It sits strategically as one of the principal gateways to Lagos State, a location that should naturally place it at the center of commerce, movement, investment, and opportunity. Yet, for many years, Isheri was like a sleeping giant, full of promise but not fully able to express its potential, partly of course because of its geographical distance from the center of government in Ogun State in Abeokuta. However, since Kabiyesi ascended to the throne of his forefathers, we have seen a deliberate effort to reposition Isheri. You have brought energy, exposure, dignity, and a clear sense of direction to this ancient stone. You have found a way to connect your ancestral relationships, your traditional institution contacts, and your professional expertise as an engineer to begin to draw out the great possibilities within Isheri. Last year witnessed the commissioning of the Isheri High Court and the Isheri Primary Healthcare Center, both of which were received with great joy and huge fanfare. Those projects were important markers of development, justice, healthcare access, and government presence in this community. Today, we are here again to commission this ultra-modern palace, another major addition to the growing profile of Isheri. A palace is not merely a building, it is the heart of the community. It is where history is preserved, where culture is strengthened, and I'm very happy to hear that there's an Awori Museum here in the palace. In the palace, disputes are resolved. It is where unity is promoted and where the voice of the people is gathered and expressed. This new palace therefore represents much more than blocks, glass, tiles, and fittings. It represents confidence in the future of Isheri and respect for the legacy of those who came before us. Kabiyesi, I must commend you for the transformation you have brought to the stool of your forefathers. You have shown that traditional leadership, when combined with vision, can become a strong driver of community development. You have also shown that our royal institutions remain very relevant in mobilizing people, attracting attention, and encouraging government and private sector support for development. However, as we celebrate today, we must also acknowledge that the task ahead is huge. Isheri has enormous potential, but no single person, no matter how passionate or capable, can unlock it alone. I therefore call on Kabiyesi to continue to take full advantage of the human capital within his subjects. Isheri is blessed with sons and daughters in business, government, the professions, academia, the diaspora, and many other sectors. By bringing them together, by being a rallying point for all sons and daughters of Isheri, and by creating a common platform for service and contribution, Kabiyesi can build a formidable team that will accelerate the development of this great town and advancement of its indigenes. Development is faster when a community is united behind its traditional institution and when everyone sees the palace as a place of belonging, purpose, and collective responsibility. I also wish to specially acknowledge and appreciate our revered royal fathers, particularly their royal majesties, the paramount rulers of Yewa land, Egba land, and Remo land, for their support, solidarity, and their presence here today to to celebrate with Kabiyesi and the people of the Sherry. Your presence today gives honor to this occasion and further reinforces the importance of unity among our traditional institutions. Today, as we know, is a day of double celebration. We are celebrating Kabiyesi's 40th birthday, and we are also commissioning this magnificent palace. On behalf of His Excellency Prince Dakwabiodu CON, the government and good people of Ogun State, I congratulate His Royal Highness Oba Engineer Sulaiman Adekunle Bangbade, Olori Oluwatosin Bangbade, the Olofin Council, sons and daughters of the Sherry, and indeed the entire Awori Kingdom on this remarkable achievement. Kabiyesi, my prayer is that Almighty Allah will bless you with long life, sound health, wisdom, peace of mind, and the strength to continue to serve your people with honor. May your reign be long, peaceful, and impactful. And may this palace stand for generations as a house of peace, culture, justice, and progress for the people of the Sherry. Kabiyesi, Igba ọdún ọdún kan ni o. Happy birthday and many happy returns.
Kabiyesi, Ọba Engineer Sulaiman Adekunle, bàbá mi Bangbade Ayọ̀délé Ẹ̀dùn Alága kẹta. Ẹ̀yin l'Adimula gbogbo Awori lápapọ̀ ní tìlétò Ògbóni. Ṣé báyìí ni the custodian of culture and tradition? Kabiyesi mo borí balẹ̀ o, mo ò fòkè àyà balẹ̀, orí ni ó jẹ́ ń mọ̀rùn balẹ̀ o. Ẹgbẹ́tọ́lá mo súnmọ́ bá níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀fà, mo jìnnà sọ́ba níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀ mẹ́rìndínlógún lójú ojú àtẹnifẹ̀. Bàbá mi kádé pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, kírú kẹ̀rẹ́ jẹjẹjẹjẹjẹjẹjẹ kó jẹ bí abẹ́rẹ́. Káṣẹ kó pẹ́ lẹ́nu kan rìn kéṣe, kájẹ́ kó múre wá fún wa, ó ti rè sí wa o. Yèyé mi Kabiyesi, ọmọ ọba ni, aya ọba ni, kúkúrà Olúwa fúnra rẹ̀ ọba níṣe o. Yèyé ìṣòro àlà ní gbogbo àgbáyé nídìí Ọbàtálá. President General olómi tútù ọmọ ọ̀tá omi. Èrèlú àbíyè ògbó àtọ́ ògbó ẹ̀dàn ògbó àkókò nìkó. Ìyá níbà ìṣẹ̀rí Olofin. Ṣé bí yèémí kúkúrà táwọn mọ̀lá Olúwa ní mò ń pè é? Àwọn ló ní akú ọdún pé ọdún èyí kò ní já ṣe mọ́ láṣẹ Elédùà ọba tó dá wa.